If you're trying to master your country polka, you're going to need to know an inside weave and an outside weave. My name is Brian B.
And I'm Miss Megan.
From Country Dance Online, we're country dance champions and we know our way around some country polka. And in this video, we're going to teach you the fundamental weaves you're going to need to know for country polka. At the end of the video, we're going to show you a cool pattern to learn next. And if you want to jump ahead, we have an entire syllabus. You can grab that in the description below. Let's get started learning some weaves. All right, gang, let's take a look at your outside weave, or a weave with an outside exit. It looks like this: a 1, a 2, 3, a 4, 5, a 6, 7, a 8. From the other side, we have a 1, a 2, 3, a 4, 5, a 6, 7, a 8. All right, leaders, footwork for the outside weave, or weave with the outside exit. So first things first, leaders, we want to make sure we set up this weave that we're ahead of our partners. So this is my direction of travel, or back line of dance. I'm back line of dance at this point. So as I start to triple across, I need to move down line into the angle for my first triple step. From here, I need to clear space for my partner behind me. So I'm going to dance a back together forward. I'm going to rotate and dance back together forward, continuing with my basic triple step and triple step. Let's look at that one more time from the side. I'm in the leader's position. I'm ahead of her in the direction of travel. I move down line and diagonal for triple step. I might even be cheating that left foot across the slot on the end of my triple step, working this direction. Then I pivot to dance a back together forward, clearing the space and allowing for the rotation for the follower. Then basic and a basic going down line. If we do it from the reverse side, I'm in the leader position. I work across the slot for 1 and 2. I pivot and dance back 3 and 4. I continue with 2 basics, 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
Followers, your footwork. We are back line of dance. Right foot is going to go towards your partner. We have a triple step. Now we're going to triple around and go back line and dance again. Triple backwards. Now we're going to go under, slight angle here. We have a triple step. Then we rotate, triple step to get back and closed. Going from this side, we have 1 and 2, 3 and backwards for 4. Going back under, we have 5 and 6, rotating 7 and 8. Do that one more time with counts. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
All right, gang, the outside weave. This is a common position that you're going to be in. So at the first setup for the outside weave is the leader wants to be ahead of the follower when we get there. So whatever the previous pattern is, leaders, you want to make sure you're ahead. We're going to talk about how we get there in a second. But the keys to victory for this, leaders, I'm going to take my hand down line and across to create this space. Followers are going to start tripling right at the leaders. Leaders, I'm going to work myself across for triple, and my last step is going to work forward and diagonal for step, because I want to start to clear my head. Now from here, as I dance my back together forward, that starts to allow the outside rotation for the follower. Then we continue over her head to finish out the pattern. Let's look at that one more time from this angle. Then we'll look at it from the other angle. Then we'll talk about some advanced keys. So I'm moving this hand across, triple step. I'm going to step forward through this to be able to start to create that space for my head. Then I dance a back together forward. At this point, leaders, you can see my hand has to turn over. It's kind of a weird position. The back of my hand's in contact before I get my fingers in position. My follower's fingers go to the sky, and I can now lead the outside rotation to finish. So let's look at that once from the other side. and then we'll talk about some advanced keys that you can use as you get better. So the hand slides across 1 and 2. I've stepped across. Megan's done a good job of coming right at me. She didn't try to go all the way around. Now with the back of my hand, I dance back together forward, allowing the back of my hand to rotate to the palm of my hand. Then I can lead an outside rotation to finish my outside weave. Now, here's the advanced keys to victory. There's 2 different ways I can enter this. Number 1 would be some sort of an inside rotation where my partner's rotating towards me, and then we continue in, right? The other option is where my partner is rotating away from me, and we continue into the weave. Now, if she's rotating away from me, whether it's a turn or a basic, she's rotating away, we're both going to triple back to our angles. Megan's going back to this angle. I'm going back to this angle. I'm in the leader position. Everything remains the same. Cool? Now, if we're dancing this from an inside rotation, you have a couple of options, and I quite like one of them. So the inside rotation, Megan's coming towards me. Because she's rotating towards me, whether it's a basic or a turn, she's rotating towards me. We're able to use some compression or some forward connection in this left hand for me, right hand for her. That allows us to dance a back together forward. What that does is set up my ability to get through that turn a little bit easier as we finish it over. So let's look at that inside rotation one more time, and the optional footwork is the back together forward. So again, whether this is a full turn or just a basic, we're going to use just a basic. She triples to me. We both build up this connection towards each other because we're rotating this side towards each other. This allows us to dance a back together forward, which closes the distance and allows us to get through that hand much more easily. So those are 2 different options to get to your outside weave or your weave with outside rotation for your polka. All right, let's take a look at your weave with an inside exit, or your inside weave. So it looks like this: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. From the other side, your weave with an inside exit or inside weave: 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. All right, leaders, your footwork for the inside weave or weave with inside exit. First things first, I want to make sure I'm past my partner. We're going to talk about that in the partnered section. But provided I am, I'm starting back line of dance. This is my direction of travel. I'm going to triple my first triple down line and maybe even slightly angled for 1 and 2. From here, I'm going to work myself across for 3 and 4. And I'm creating this angle because I want to encourage my partner to come in front of me on my next triple step and triple step. If I do that from the reverse side, again, I begin past my partner, so I'm able to get down line. This is my direction of travel. I move down the line and diagonal for 1 and 2. At this point, I'm under the arm. I pivot and create a slight angle for my partner to come across for 3 and 4. Now she has to pass underneath the arm, so I have a triple underneath myself for 5 and 6. And then I move along with her with my basic for 7 and 8.
Followers, your footwork. We are starting in this position, down line to dance. So with our right foot, we are going to be tripling towards our partner. So we have triple step. Now we're going to rotate and triple down line to dance, triple step. To do the underarm turn, we are going to curve under, triple step, rotating, triple step. So if we do that the other direction, we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
All right, gang, the weave with an inside exit or the inside weave. There's a lot to cover here to set you guys up well for polka. So let's start with First things first, in this back line position when we're beginning our weave, one of the keys is for the leader to be slightly ahead of the follower. That's going to make all of these positions a lot better, right? So that's rule number one. Now, there's two different ways we're going to get into this. Number one is from some sort of an inside rotation where Megan's coming towards me, right? And we continue into our weave position where I want to work myself ahead. Or in some cases, Megan is rotating outside away from me, and you can see I'm working to this thing. So let's cover two different footworks that we could potentially use for this pattern. So if Megan is rotating into me, we're going to show you two different types of footwork. We have triple step. The first one's the easiest, where I just both continue tripling back into the angle, so I'm ahead of Megan, so I can start the process of getting underneath, right? That's number one. The second option, and we'll show this to you from both sides, is if Megan's rotating into me, triple step, I can dance a back together forward footwork, back together forward, so it starts my process of getting under the arm a little bit easier, right? So that's with any kind of an inside rotation, meaning this could be a basic inside rotation where Megan's coming towards me. From a more advanced level, this could be a complete full turn. And with this point, we have two options. Either we triple back, where I continue ahead, or we stop in this point and we do a back together forward, which starts us across the slot a little bit more easily. So let's look at that starting position from the other side. So remember, leaders, I have to be ahead of Megan. We have two options. If she's coming inside, she rotates towards me. We both triple back and away. I'm in the leadership position, and we're able to go underneath. We're going to talk about the arm in just a second. I just want you to understand the setup of it. The other option is as she's rotating towards me, I use this hand right here with a little bit of body weight towards my partner, and we both dance back together forward, right? Which sets up the weave position a little bit better. Cool. Now let's talk about getting through the weave. Provided that we're in the position leaders away, right? We have connection in this hand. That's a big key, is that we're both connected away from this hand. We use a little bit of a rotational and away connection so that Megan's got a good grip there. Now leaders, I want to start to go down line and slightly diagonally. Triple step. And what I'm doing is I'm creating this window where I can then reach my hand over my head. So I need to flip my hand from this underhand grip to my palm to the sky as I dance my next triple step. At this point, we've created this angle. This is the inside weave, so we have an inside turn exit where the hand is coming between us. I triple in place as Megan progresses, triple step. She continues in that direction, triple step, and we're out to our basic. Let's look at that again from the other side. So regardless of how we got there, leaders are ahead. Leaders, my first triple goes down line and slightly angular, triple step. So I've created this window right here. Megan is going to triple right at me. She's doing a good job of coming right at my body. She doesn't want to go around. Followers, if you go around, you're never going to get there. Right at me, I switch this hand up to the palm to the sky so I can go underneath, triple step. At the end of that step, we've set this hand down. Our feet and our shoulders are on the angle we want our followers to exit. I pick the hand up, she triples under, and we continue, right? The same thing is going to work if this comes from an outside turn position. So if we're tripling and we go outside turn to enter our inside weave, everything's the same. Triple step, under the arm, and triple step. Same thing from the other side. Outside turn, exit, right? We're just tripling back, right? I'm in the leader position. I'm ahead of her down the floor. Same setup for the window. Let her go underneath. At this point, don't overlead the turn. Just raise the hand, let her do the triple underneath, and you have your inside weave, or your weave with an inside exit. All right, country dancers, you've mastered your weaves for polka. You might wonder, what should we do next? There's a bunch of different moves, and we've sorted them right here. You can watch. This is the next one in the playlist. And if you want more cool polka moves, two-step moves, other country dance moves, head on over to countrydanceonline.com. We've got over 1,000 videos there for all of your favorite country, swing, and ballroom dances. We'll see you there.